These guys got fairly active after I put my camera on top of the hive. Hi and welcome back. It's October the 26th and I think this is a dead out, so I'm going to have a little look. There's quite a few bees flying around it, but I'm pretty sure it's a dead out. So as it's October the 26th, I mean, you shouldn't really be going into your hives at all, but as I'm pretty sure that this is a dead out and these are just robbing, I'm going to have a quick look. And even if it's not, it's so weak that it's not going to survive. Right. Yeah, this definitely looks like a dead out. Okay, so let's have a look. It doesn't look like there's any bees in there at all, really. Just, right, let's look for robbing. Okay. Doesn't see signs of robbing there. You can see where the wax is just all bitten out. If it was their hive, they would do it carefully. Again, robbing here. So I guess this queen failed. No eggs, nothing in there. So even though it's failed, at least I've managed to save it whilst there's still a bit in the brood. Now these I will freeze and then I will reuse them next year. Make another split. Yeah. Okay. So there you go. Definitely a dead out, that one. I will just move this box, shut it up, then take it inside and put it in my freezer. I'll let some bees out if they're trapped in there later. Right, there's another one over here somewhere. So let's go and find that. This one also appears to be a dead out. No food in there. A slug on there. Yeah, again, a dead out, I think. Let's take out a couple, wait. Yeah, it's just all been robbed out. So let's take a couple of these out. Okay. It's much colder this time of year, so all the propolis has got quite hard. See, I think there's just lots of bees because they're robbing this out a bit. So it's best to get it out. Yeah, a little sign of robbing there. Now I'm expecting to have a few dead outs of this apiary because it is where I make my new queens and my nukes. Yeah, well, not much robbing there. Crystallized stores in there. No signs of eggs, larvae or brood though. Some old frames that I will melt down. There's a couple cap cells there. No sign of eggs or anything though. Now these probably just failed because the queen failed or something. Very spotty brood there. Smells like ivy honey, so bee there with his tongue out. A few open caps here. Maybe a bit of varroa. These guys have been all treated though several times. Okay, brood there. Bees couldn't get out. Yeah, well, it does look like they've had a bit of varroa. There's a couple of larvae there. I just think this didn't have enough to keep itself going, this hive, and then got a little bit of varroa maybe. These frames will all be put in the freezer, and I think any with any brood in it I just won't keep. Now I don't think they failed too long ago because they would be completely robbed out, I would have thought, and they're not. The whole frame there. Bit of mould on the outside because it's not very big. Yes, I guess these guys weren't very big when they were in this box. What have I got on the... So it was a green dot queen, July the 14th is sort of the last information. They obviously didn't do a lot. So yes, I will shut this up and then freeze it. I'll clean out all the box. Oh, it's a poly box, so I'll have to use bleach, that sort of thing. Soak it. So yeah, this will get taken away and all cleaned up and sterilised. Here we have another dead out. It says, so it's July the 14th. It had one of my queens and it was brown and stripy. Didn't have a dot. You can normally tell if it's a dead out because there'll be a little pile of dead bees outside from them fighting. I've just finished freezing all of my frames this year because I had a small amount of wax moth, but that can suddenly turn into a lot of wax moth. So I froze all of my supers, and then wrapped them up. It's a bit of an effort, but it has knocked it on the head. Okay, some stores. Still smells of ivy in here. It's a bit of brood there. See, these colonies that are failing, hopefully I'm just toughening up the rest of my bees. They've got their tongues out, a couple of them there. A couple of bees there. They haven't quite been able to get out and no one's fed them. Sometimes you just never know what's caused the problem. No smells or anything. See, that's robbing there. It's just being robbed out. Don't think there's actually a queen left in here anymore or any local bees. There is a couple of frames of brood. Where's that frame with some eggs on it still? Now this one still has a few eggs in it. It doesn't mean the queen was laying 3 days ago though, because she could have died off a long time and those eggs just haven't developed. But yeah, something went wrong there. Still, you get enough beehives and you will get failures. So I will move these guys, shake them all out. Let's have a look at the bottom. See, there's not that many bees in here, so it's not like a huge number died out. I guess there just weren't very many bees. a lot of mess after my varroa treatment, but I can't see loads of varroa on there. A few wax moth larvae. Right, I'm going to take this somewhere and put it in a hedge, but you know, far away from here. Collect that beeswax. And I will freeze these frames, and I will use the ones I think are suitable again next year. Let's have a quick look under these, and we won't open them up, we'll just look at the perspex and see what they're like. Yep, some decent amount of bees there. Decent amount of bees there. So not a huge nuke, but bees in there. And again, lots of activity, not a huge nuke. These are probably free frame nukes. They're quite small. And I've put them in these boxes, don't know when. July the 21st, so it did right nice. So they're probably friendly bees. There's not a lot to do to bees this time of year, just make sure they've got food. That's it really. Take away your dead outs. Now this one's been hanging on for ages, so I reckon this is probably a dead out by now. It's very small. I just saw a hornet hovering around the front door. Okay, let's have a look in here. Well, again, it's tiny. These guys, I just feel like they're hanging on one frame, but we're not going to do anything with them. But I don't think they're going to make it through. And even if they did, they're not going to be a productive hive. So they would be requeened if they make it, but I don't think they will. Some busy bees right there. They don't seem to be bringing in much ivy pollen now though. It has been cold and rainy though the last couple of days. It's not exactly warm now. Well, there's not a lot going on in the apiary today, just a few dead outs, a bit of feeding for the light ones. But yeah, thanks for watching, and let us know how your bees are getting on this late autumn. And are you all ready for winter? Are you up to wait? If you had any varroa issues, wax moth, has that been an issue for you? You should look out for that in your supers. Anyway, take care, thanks a lot, and I'll see you in the next video.